SHOT Show 2019 at the Shore Power booth with Jeff. How are you doing, sir?
Doing great. How are you?
Good to see you again.
Yeah, it's great.
It's been a whole year, and it seems like it's only been a few months.
I know, yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, Shore Power is a distributor. You're not a manufacturer.
Correct.
And I think it's only appropriate that we start off with Olight in this case, because Olight doesn't happen to be at SHOT Show right now.
Right.
Or at least not displaying or exhibiting.
Right.
Yeah. So let's cut to a couple of products with them, and then we'll go to something else that seems pretty interesting. You gave me just a brief highlight, but we'd like to know more detail.
Sure. I'm going to start with the Warrior X. Kind of like in the line of the M20 from the past, Warrior X. This light, super bright, 2,000 lumens. Something that you can't really see on camera is it has a little vibe in it, kind of like your cell phone when you put it on silent mode.
Right.
So that actually, as you touch it, you can actually feel, so it has tactile feedback.
Some tactile feedback, which is unusual in a light, because
it is. But
I mean, if you think about it, it's there to help you see, but
but
it's something else.
Innovative. Yeah.
What? In another year, everybody will be doing
exactly.
it. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Like what's the? Let me get the some of the particulars on this just on video.
Yeah.
MSRP of about 150. It's rounded up. You've got some map pricing there, and of course we've got output of 2,000 to 300 lumens depending on adjustable, etc. Runs on one 18650. That's included. Is this rechargeable in-house, in body, or okay?
Yeah.
So you can charge it, but also you can switch out the battery. You know, because there's some guys that are in the field that aren't able to plug into a USB. They need to switch. They need their light now, not in 30 minutes. Okay, very good. And available now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving into the big one, X9R. Of course, we have to see the big boys.
That's a 6 LED.
Yep. 25,000 lumens. Nice interactive display to kind of show you the battery life. So.
Right. Like a little strobe.
Exactly.
Like a disco strobe light too.
Yeah. So I mean.
And it's got the Olight, you know, they're anodizing on their bezel is blue. They're kind of going with that, goes, like a general theme with their company.
Good fit and finish. Little rubberized kind of feel to it, so not bad.
Yeah, a plastic type of flexible plastic, rubber, whatever. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I just want to point out also, moving on to another one, the copper lights. I mean, this has kind of become a big thing in a lot of different brands.
Hey, give me just a moment, Jeff. Let me get the details on this.
Yeah, sure.
On the X9R. MSRP of 650, output of 2,000, 25,000, correct? 25,000 to 200 lumens, and one battery pack. This has to be charged in situ or in-house. You're not going to be able to switch out batteries on a quick realm, and frankly, on something like that, I don't know. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could switch out batteries, but that's just not the case right now. Okay, so getting into this one, this is the, is that the 13T?
The i3T copper.
Okay. Very good. MSRP on this is $35, and,
Yeah. Just
nice copper light.
It's just a good fit finish to it, simple. You know, and the key to these copper lights is you got to kind of let those oils work in and give it that charm to it. You know, that's just kind of the what you do with the coppers. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice pocket light. The activation button raised, exposed. It's not. Is that rubber? That is There's a copper-colored. Sorry, I was off on that. There is a rubberized soft material there, but they've got it copper-colored, so it kind of blends in with the overall copper effect. And pretty much if I'm not mistaken, Olight uses the same user interface or the operation system for all of their, the way you turn it on, ramp it up. It's pretty much the same sequence.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, very
you're
good.
going to have different lines that have different nuances to them, but they generally keep them consistent.
Very good.
Yeah, moving along, maybe one I would like to just point out, this is a new release from Nightcore, the Nightcore Tup. First they had the tube, then they had the teeny, or technically no, it was the tip, then the teeny, now the Tup. Just tiny little pocket lights. We've got a screen on this one now. press and hold to unlock. You tap it out, it will actually show you your lumen output, the amount of time you have left. Excessive on the light, maybe, but I don't know. It's nice. You know? I mean, it really is a nice user interface.
There are some customers, there's some people that like to have that programmability, so to speak.
Yeah. It's just convenient and it's handy and it's nice. It's a great little light. So this was a relatively new release.
Okay. What runs this?
It's got a rechargeable lithium-ion battery in it, USB port on the side here. So pop it open and just charge it.
Definitely need to charge, not a battery switchable situation in the field.
Correct, yeah. That's the deal with all these. If we go into like the teeny or the tip, same idea. Tip, copper again.
Right.
One line I did really want to point out is Ace Beam. This is kind of a newer
Is that a
line
new player?
Yeah, kind of new player. Got some pretty crazy lumen output going. Actually start with this. This is the W10.
Let me get the particulars on that.
So not particularly bright on the lumen output according to the spec, but the big one is the throw, 1,000 meters of throw.
1,000 meters of throw. Price point, MSRP of $309.40, basically $310. Let's just round it up.
Yep.
And
this is an LEP, light emitting plasma, they call it. Don't know if you're going to be able to really get in to see that. It's kind of tough.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, putting this on, it's a super tight spot. It's difficult to see, but that just will stay about that size, even in the distance.
At distance, say 1,000 meters.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So, similar to laser almost.
Pretty much. Yeah. So, some great stuff. Little pocket rocket here. This is the X80 GT.
X80 GT uses 4 18650 batteries in a clip or a
little canister.
MSRP of $378, $379.
Yep.
And wow, it's got we'll get into that.
3,500 lumens. So this is
how many LEDs are in there? Do you know? Quite a few.
Yeah, I haven't counted 18 LEDs total.
18 LEDs. Okay.
Yeah. So that thing is just. It really is. Yeah, I mean it's super impressive.
Well, that's a huge flood. I mean,
it is.
Of course, with all those LEDs, that would be the case.
Exactly. Yeah. So great little light. I think it also has a little handle option to it that we don't have here on it.
Do you know what overall the runtime on this says burst 34 hours on burst. I'm not sure what burst means. Would that be
burst
on high or?
Yeah, if you're running it at the full lumen output, the 3200, it's going to be a minute or so. Problem with these lights is they generate a lot of heat.
So it automatically.
It will
shut
automatically do. Yeah.
Yeah, even though you've still have battery juice, it's just going to shut off because of the heat issue. Okay.
Which actually, moving to the next one, I wanted to point out the X70, 60,000 lumens. This is probably the brightest thing we have here.
And of course, you deal with a lot of different flashlight companies or torch companies.
Yeah.
So this is the X70, output of 60,000 to 625 lumens, MSRP of $630. It's got a battery pack, so you cannot switch out the batteries on this.
Correct.
And this burst of 24 hours, again, we're talking burst being the high mode?
So burst, when they say burst, that means, if you're going full lumen output,
right?
That's just for a limited amount of time.
Okay.
24 hours, that would be if you put it on its lowest setting.
Okay.
So that's kind of what we're about. This light also has, we don't have it with us, but there is a handle that you can put an 18650 battery in, and it has a cooling fan to help with the heat dissipation.
So allow with your actual runtime, your active runtime, without it cycling off because of the heat.
Yeah, I mean, it'll help with that, so.
Right. So we've got one large throw-like
central LED, like it's a good,
right, with a very deep, not bezel.
A reflector, you call
Thank you.
Yeah,
the reflector.
yeah,
I was trying.
the optics in there.
I was going to say the shiny thing.
Right,
yeah. So the reflector is very deep on the center, and we've got a multitude of other LEDs around the perimeter. Like I threw that out there, multitude. Not making a lot of sense at the end of SHOT Show on a Wednesday, right?
It's a rough day.
Okay. Aluminum body.
Yeah.
Okay.
So standard.
And it has a handle that has an extra. Is it an extra battery pack and fan?
In the hand. Yeah. In the. That clips onto this
right.
position.
And that allows for extended runtime as well, or does the battery only operate the fan?
It'll, if you're cooling it off, you'll probably get a little more out of that burst mode.
Okay.
Because it helps, because heat will shut it off, you know.
Right, right. But what I meant is, will the battery also power the light
itself? No,
itself?
I think it is just
strictly for the fan. Okay.
Yep. So, tough to see, but yeah, I mean, they just keep getting brighter, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So now, is the central LED, is it possible to activate that only in order just to simply throw out a throw?
I think they all go on.
I think they all. It looks.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to come down just a little bit and see if I don't wash myself out. Go ahead and cycle through the settings.
I got to push it.
If you can cycle through all of them, we might. Yeah, all of the exterior LEDs around the perimeter are coming on. So I don't think that there is an independent. Yeah. Very good. And weight on that feels about what? That's what. Frankly, I expected it to be a little heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's.
Very good. And that's the more exciting lights out of A-Speed.
Yeah.
How long has A-Speed been out? Do you know?
We've been doing them within the past year or so.
About 1 year.
I don't know exactly company history too much.
Sure.
On it, but,
Are you getting what's your return rate or problem rate from users?
Not much.
Really?
Not much. Yeah. So it's been a pretty solid brand.
What would you call it percentage-wise? 1% of returns or?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I actually haven't dealt too much.
You're not sure. Okay.
Not sure, but all I know is that
you're not hearing a lot of negativity.
I have not
about
heard
this
anything.
company.
Yeah, on this one. So
okay.
it's.
And I'm just trying to be. We like to be candid. Hey, look, it's just be very objective. This is where it falls. And, and it would help the company to hopefully maybe if they did have a problem, whichever of these companies might have a problem, it would hopefully help them with their R&D. And, getting things.
They've all had issues. Some of them have had issues here.
Yeah.
But, you know, generally, it's been a good.
Very good, Jeff. So having a good SHOT Show. I know it's later on the Wednesday thereof, so we're at the witching point or the tipping point of the overall event. Well, thank you very much for the updates.
Definitely.
I appreciate it very much.
Pleasure.
You have a very safe trip home.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, cool.